Crisa. Now, I'll tell you right now that I wasn't doing very well artistically when I made this drawing. I was just having a bad art day. But thankfully, Crisa's fairly easy to draw. So one thing to keep in mind is if you want to cheat and get the shapes right, imagine drawing a long rectangular prism. So you can kind of imagine a 3D shape to get the flat glass shard shape right. So as I mentioned in the Pursuit video, Crisa still has its original sprite. But really, my favorite art of it is this very old art by Game Onion. He's one of our main musicians, but way back in the beginning he did some early Monster of the Week art. And his interpretation of Crisa is still my favorite. Crisa's body is made of small, sharpened pieces of glass. I imagine it initially like stained glass, where there's all these different colors of glass stitched together. And its smile really isn't on the glass itself. If you imagine Crisa's spirit is this odd smiling entity, the flipping pieces of glass are like the lens of truth from Ocarina of Time. They let you see the otherwise invisible entity behind the glass. So if you somehow created glasses made out of Crisa's glass, and you got rid of the spirit itself, you could see all sorts of aspects of the spirit world, and like ghosts, that sort of thing. So for that reason, you never have to worry about Crisa's one-eyed smiling face getting out of order if you draw it yourself. It's always positioned correctly, even if the glass moves around. Crisa is a spirit monster, but it does have physical parts that it manipulates. If you really think about it, a lot of the monsters like this, like Skavengeist, are actually poltergeists, which means that they're spirits that can manipulate things in the physical world as opposed to just like specters, like ghosts. Some Crisa drawings feature this three-pronged claw. Not all Crisa have this, but some do. I like to think it depends on how much energy that Crisa has when it initially forms, and if it's a particularly one that is ready for battle, or if it's more of a chill Crisa, it doesn't necessarily have those. If you're wondering about the name, Crisa just comes from crystal shard. So I kept it real simple and got the idea across of this simple spirit entity manifested through glass. While it can cause a bit of damage, it's not really a particularly malicious monster, and it's unstable typed.